Did I mess up? I think I messed up, y'all. Good morning. It's an amazing day. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Andrea, and on this channel, we talk about all things related to mature living for the woman over 50. So I figured I'd come in for a few minutes on today. I am getting ready, so I thought maybe I'd talk to y'all while I'm getting ready. It's 8/17. It is May 1st. Happy May. And we are about to go to physical therapy this morning. So physical therapy is at 10. I usually try to start leaving at 9, meaning, getting out of the house. So we have, a few minutes to get there. I think the actual time to get there is probably 20 minutes. But it takes time to get down the ramp off the deck into the car, put everything in the car, drive up, park the car, take all the things out of the car, wheelchair, walker, step stool, and help her out, park her, and then get into physical therapy. So meanwhile, I thought I would talk to you this morning about morning routines and what our morning routine looks like as I get ready for, to head out this morning. So, okay, first of all, sidebar. I have this new makeup foundation on, which is Makeup by Mario. And it is in the color 20N. And I just picked it up earlier this week. And as I get in front of this particular light that I have, it looks really orangey. So we'll see if we can tone it down a little bit. But nevertheless, let's talk about what my daily routine looks like, okay? I think this is important and helpful for any of you who may be currently caregiving or thinking about caregiving. Okay, before I go, before I start. Makeup by Mario 20N. I did put on a little bit of concealer, which is, I'm using Pro Concealer, and this is the color Fawn. And I use that under my eyes and a little bit on top of my lids. Okay, so typically you guys know that I work 3 to 11 p.m. I hope I can do both of these things at the same time. I work 3 to 11 p.m. and I get off at 11. So that means by the time I actually get home, it is somewhere between 11:30 and 11:40. Okay, so my mom is usually asleep or either pretending to be asleep. And the caregiver usually leaves around 9:30 or 10, puts her in the bed, and I'm coming an hour and a half. Mind you guys, I do have, if you haven't, I don't know if I talked about it, but I do have Echo, an Amazon Echo Alexa in her bedroom, and also in my living room. So at any given point, I can drop in. If you guys have that Alexa, the most recent one, you can drop into the room. You can see what's going on. You can hear. And if you need to, you can talk through it. Okay. So I'm able to peek in on my mom, see if she's asleep. There has been a couple of times that I needed to talk to her over it. But, so I get in around 11:30, 11:40. And generally, I usually, drop down quick. So I take a shower because, I work in the medical field. So I'm coming home, taking a shower, and doing my nightly skincare. So I've been consistent with that. And getting in the bed. And a lot of times I'm trying to catch up on like vlogs or something. If I get in the bed like around midnight, I try to give myself maybe 30 minutes. Child, I rarely make it 30 minutes. I usually just get in the bed, turn the TV on, and I'm knocked out. Okay. So I always like to say sleep between 12 midnight and 12:30 midnight, somewhere along there. And I generally set my clock for 5:45. Okay. And I do that because I like a slow rise. I like to wake up. I like to think. I like to pray. I like to pull my Bible out, read a little something. And I always have like a book going on. Some days I want to journal. Some days I don't. Some days I want to write in my gratitude journal. I can't say that I do that every single day, but and then sometimes I like to read through like my old journals, or if I'm thinking about something business wise, I like to look up that. And I have a lot of that in a book basket, all those materials or some of those materials in a book basket next to my bed. So that's how I recharge and start my day. And this has been for some time. And so that's very, very important to me. So I try and get that in. Now, some days, I'm going to be honest, you guys, I hit that snooze button and I can't even halfway get up by 6:10. But my goal is to get in her room by 6:30. That's my goal. So then I get up. Of course, I go in the bathroom, wash my face, brush my teeth. Still have my robe on and everything. I don't usually get dressed yet. Go in the kitchen. Well, go in the front room and open the blinds and put my coffee on. So the coffee's brewing and I can smell it. And then I go in to wake her up. Well, she's usually up and has her TV on already. Okay, this, you guys, is Anastasia Brow Wiz. That's what I use. And I think this is dark brown. So that's what I use for my eyebrows. But, I change up. Sometimes I stencil, sometimes I don't. And I also just used for eyeliner. Where'd it go? It's a basic. I feel like it might even be like Wet n Wild, that particular one, eyeliner. But I do have a couple of different ones. Like I have one I picked up at a beauty store. So that's what that is. Okay. So next, I go in and I usually, she has on, I don't know the proper word. I say diapers, but I feel like that's so wrong. But for lack of better words, I'm going to use the term. So she has like the overnight diapers on. So I go in and wake her up, chat with her for a second while I'm getting everything ready. And I go ahead and change her, clean her up. Usually at night she just may have peed once or twice, all right? And not to be graphic, but if y'all caregiving, this is what it is, okay? As elderly people get older, it's challenging for them. And the truth be told, there's a lot of menopausal women. It's challenging for them. So, to hold your urine overnight or whatever. But I go in and that's the first thing I do is wipe her up, change her diaper. And then I have like a tub, a little hand tub. I fill that with water, sit her up and wash her entire body, face, neck, back, legs, all the things, okay? So we do that. I get her dressed and get her dressed, clean her glasses. Lately we've been doing little curlers in her hair, so take her curlers out. And then get her up and walk her into the front room for the most part. After that, it's time, my mom's diabetic, so I have to, I feel like I'm missing something. This is Pro Conceal in a lighter color. This is, what is it? Something beige. I can't see, but something beige. So we'll put that on since I'm talking to y'all this morning. Normally I don't put it in the day. I usually put it on before I go to work. But I get her up. I take her into the living room. Well, she walks into the living room with a walker. And she sits down and I prepare to check her blood sugar, her glucose levels with the strips, and prick her finger and see what her glucose level is for the morning. And generally she, she's pretty normal. Her numbers are pretty normal for that. And then the next thing I do is give her morning medications, which she has 3. So I give her those 3 medications in her hand. She's able to take them in her, her good her good hand, and take it with her water and all that. And then lately, the past several weeks, we've been checking her blood pressure as well. So I check her blood pressure. Hang on, you guys. Check her blood pressure. And one of her medications, her diabetic medications, when she takes it, she can't eat breakfast for 30 minutes. So I always check that timer, so I know when I need to, finish up breakfast depending on what she's eating for breakfast. Makes sense? So if I'm making pancakes, or if she's just having cereal, or she's just having grits, and like that's her main thing. I always try and give her, she loves bagels, so I always try to give her like bagel bread, unless I'm doing pancakes. So I always try and give her some fruit, banana, grapes, strawberries, something like that. If she's doing like either her Cheerios or if she's doing grits. And of course, sometimes I do eggs, so I kind of mix it up. But anyway, so while I'm waiting for those 30 minutes, I go back in her room, I make up her bed and dispose of any, diapers or anything like that that need to be disposed of. Make her bed up. And y'all, hard for me to focus on one thing. I done messed my eyebrows up. I thought I already did that. Make her bed up, pour out the water in the little tub I was telling y'all about, and just kind of straighten her room up. And like, so today, since we're going to therapy, I took her sweater out, took her purse out, put that on the bed, because I'll bring her back in there to go to to use the commode. We have a portable commode in there before we leave. So I do that for the 30 minutes, go in and fix her breakfast, get her breakfast, and then while she's eating, which is like now, is when I come back in to my room and finish getting dressed, ready, whatever. So, I may put on some sweatpants, or like today I just have on this top. I do have on some kind of legging material, but they don't fit like leggings. I got these pants from Target. I'm standing up. What else? So I usually, after that, go back in there, give her, I said breakfast already. Did I say that already? Wait 30 minutes. Okay, come in here. I go give her breakfast. Wait, I messed up. Hold up. Pause for the cause. Clean up her room. Yeah, wait 30 minutes. I may come in here and at least put some clothes on or whatever. Go back, give her breakfast. Sometimes I may or may not. Just depend on that 30 minutes where I'm at. And then while she's eating, I definitely come in here and chill for a second and finish like putting on my makeup or whatever. And I'm just big on that, y'all. For the majority of the time, it doesn't matter if I'm going out or not. I usually just put on at least a little bit of light makeup and do that. So, and then after that, like today, once I go back in there, I'll get her, put her things away. And then we'll start preparing to, head out for 9 o'clock. But when we're here, usually if we're not going out, then that's the time. I'll say we're done like 8:30, 9 o'clock. And then I kind of have some calm time. So usually she's watching her shows and I can clean up the kitchen, or I can do some laundry, or I can come in the bedroom, or I can make some calls if I need to. Like yesterday, I was on the phone with a healthcare provider for 46 minutes. So, or if I need to run out an errand, that's a great time for me to take her back to the commode, make sure she's gone to the restroom, sit in her recliner, and then she has the phone by her, all that, and then maybe able to run out for an hour if I need to run some errands or something like that, and come back. And so that's usually like our morning routine, if that makes sense. Of course, there are times when she needs to go to the bathroom, so I have to get her out of the recliner, help her get up. She's getting so much stronger. Walk her to her room, and that's where her commode is. Maybe at another point, I don't know if y'all, I don't know what y'all want to see here, or who I'm helping, who I'm not helping, but maybe I can even talk about supplies, some of the things that I keep in there. Drop in the comment section if that's something you just curious about, want to know. Because I'm telling you, I didn't start this channel to be a caregiving channel, okay? But kind of where I am. So I'm just showing you guys or telling you guys about what's going on. And I think many women who maybe even single or married at 50 or and over will find themselves maybe temporarily in this situation. Maybe you're going to your parents' house and moving in for a little bit to help them or whatever. But I just wanted to give you an idea of what my morning routine looks like. And so generally I don't have my smartwatch on. I need to charge it up, but I'm usually getting like 5 hours in 24 or 30 minutes, 5 hours and something of sleep. So to piggyback on that, usually around 11:30 in the morning, I'm preparing, get ready for lunch. I like to give her lunch between noon and 12:30, because ideally I like to lay down from 12:30 to 1:30 if possible. Now that 12:30 can be 12:45, it could be 12:50, it could be 1 o'clock to 1:30. It just depends, so that I can wake up, kind of regroup, freshen up, and get ready to work for work. And our caregiver arrives at 2, and I usually want to be gone at 2:15, right? So I can give the caregiver any information needed prior to me leaving. So, and yeah, you guys, I'm rocking up. My hair is out. I took it out the other day, washed it and all that, and I picked up this ponytail. And so this is what we're rocking for the week until I decide if I'm going to put my twist back in or what I'm going to do. So if you guys want to hear about that, let me know about that too. So that's it. It's 15 minutes, 49 seconds. I'm going to go check on her and, move her food out of the way. I usually do it on a little dining tray in front of the recliner. That's kind of how she eats. So I just wanted to pop in. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video for caregivers. Oh, let's do lips and then I'll wrap up. What we got? What are we doing today? I don't know. I just want y'all to know. I'm not sure if I said this. I did move my mom. My office is now my mom's bedroom, so I had to move everything out of my office. And so right in front of me, I have half makeup table, half office. Okay, you can hear a keyboard right there. So it's tight in here in my room. It's tight. When I tell you it's tight, it is tight. And I'm still trying to figure out some storage resolutions. And I've been using my daughter's room. Okay, I've been using Gabby's room to put stuff in, and she'll be home in a week. She is going to flip her lid. I got to get her stuff out of there. My stuff out of there. I have that rolling rack in there. I have stuff on her bed, right? It's a whole thing. It is a whole thing. There's a shower chair in there. We haven't even used that shower chair for my mom, but in the beginning, Troy put it together, and I was actually storing it in Gabby's room because she wasn't here. And then when Gabby came home, I took it out and I put it in my bathroom, right? Because I have a 3-bedroom rancher, right? So that I can use my bathroom. Remember, I just got my bathrooms done, so I want to use my bathroom in my room. But I'm going to have to take it out and do it again. Y'all, it's a whole thing. But we're doing what we have to do, okay? So meanwhile, last thing last, this is some lip liner I got from one of the beauty stores. Let me put that on and give my lips a little bit of color. A little something. And I have NYX Dewy Spray, so we're going to spray that. Okay. And dry it out. I still feel like this looks a little orangey. Yesterday it kind of piped down a little bit once I got out, but I don't know how I feel about it. I might be taking it back, this new foundation. And then lastly, I've been using this Morphe Mini Continuous Setting Mist. Okay, so I got the smaller bottle, and it does a pretty good job. Holds my makeup on. Actually, it does pretty good. So this is the look. Not much, basic. I look a little ashy. Don't I look ashy, y'all? I don't know. Let's get some lotion up these arms. It's supposed to be 87 degrees today. that's all I got for this morning. So anyway, part 2 of the Shein haul is coming. I'm going to record it sometime this weekend. So I'm excited about sharing all those little tidbits with you guys. So, okay, I said it already. See you guys next time. Bye. Hola, hola. Hey guys, I figured I'd come back in. It's 11:34, and so I dropped my mom off at physical therapy. I hadn't eaten any breakfast, which is odd. I usually try and eat a little something, but I didn't get a chance to. So I scooted on over to Starbucks, of course, and make sure that air's not blowing there. Hold on. Scooted back over to Starbucks and just took a few minutes to kind of get my bearings, write a couple things down on a list, eat my breakfast. Okay, they didn't have my blueberry muffin that I like, so I got a bagel. Well, I'm trying to eat so many carbs in the morning. But anyway, so I found myself over. Bath and Body Works had a sale today. Y'all know I'm a Bath and Body Works person. Just because. Is it the best? Is it the top tier? No, it's not, but I like it. I like a good sale. I like variety of my scents at night. I do it mostly like my bedtime routine. You know what I'm saying? So I get out the shower. I like to smell a certain way. I'm gonna get in the bed. I don't know. It's my little thing. But anyway, nevertheless, let me show y'all what I got. So they had candles on sale. So I was due. I almost got 2, but I didn't. So I got if you've been here, you know. Okay. If you know, you know. I got the Sunny Coconut candle because y'all know I like coconut. I like all things coconut. So try to keep the house smelling fresh. Okay. They had bath creams and mists on sale. So I got one of the body creams, Into the Night. I have this in shower gel. Or was I supposed to get spray? Did I mess up? I think I messed up, y'all. I meant to get the spray because I have a small spray in my travel bag, but I don't have. I messed up. That's okay. So this is the thicker cream they had for $5.95. Can't beat it. It's supposed to have a little shea butter in there. Not bad. Which is nice for after your shower or after your bath. A little creamier. Boom. I messed up though. I'm mad because I wanted to get. When I get in the store, I always mess up because I try to figure out what I have. You know, with what, because you know their sales are always like their sales are always, what am I trying to say? Brain fog. They don't always sell the same thing at the same time, if you know what I'm saying. So sometimes they're selling sprays, sometimes they're selling the body wash, sometimes they're selling the lotions, right? So like I'll get whatever is on sale, but I try and get, you know, keep a little set of all three, like the body wash, the lotion, and the spray. That makes sense? I hope it does. Nevertheless, anyway, we'll use that. I got that, and then I got 1,000 Wishes. This is one of my daughter's favorites, but it's becoming one of mine because I think she's played it out. She doesn't really like it anymore, so I do have the body wash and the lotion in this, and I did get the spray, so I like to mix that up. And then I got a few just hand sanitizers because I was out of these, and these are just perfect size. So I just got 3 so I can throw around my purse, or actually I usually keep a big bottle of this in my door because I'm a little germophobic, but it's running out. I need to replace that, but I keep these in my purse. And that's it. That's all I got from Bath and Body Works. So I'm a fan. I mean, you know, I'm just a fan. I like it. If y'all got some other suggestions to try, let me know. But that's kind of when I really like to use my Bath and Body Works stuff. Or if I'm going to work, like I'll spray the spray if it's not a strong spray. Lotions in my purse. You know what I'm saying. Okay, and then I went to TJ Maxx And this was impromptu purchase. Because, you know, this is. I got another pair of sunglasses because the ones that I have actually are scratched up. But got another pair of sunglasses. Let's look and see what they look like. What y'all think? What y'all think? Darker brown? Yeah. Mix it up. All right. And this is not going to do it justice, but I'm just going to show you because I'm just going to show you now. I may show them again in an upcoming video, but I got these wide leg jeans that high rise wide leg crop vintage striped denim. So I'll show them at another time, but I have an idea for them. I got a white top, I also have a navy top, and I have some white flats I think will be cute to just throw on, you know, at times. So that's that. I was going to go to Walmart, but I don't think I'm going to make it. See, speaking of Bath and Body Works, like I have this in my car, in the door. What's this one? This is Reviving Rain. This smells really good. It has, does it tell the notes in it? It doesn't. So I don't know. You know how normally it'll say what the smell is, but I don't know. I bought this whenever they had some sale. I don't know, but I like to keep lotion in the car. Okay, there you go. So that's all. I was gonna run to Walmart when my mom is at therapy, but it is 11:40, so I really don't have time. 2 hours goes by just like that. It's insane. So I'm gonna head back over to pick up my mom. We're gonna grab Chick-fil-A today. We had Subway on Tuesday, but we are gonna get Chick-fil-A today. And I had hoped to get Chick-fil-A, so when I picked her up, I'd already have it, but I ain't enough time for it. I can't. I don't know. So it'll be a rush, a little bit of rush, because some things don't change. So y'all already know if I'm going to Chick-fil-A, what's happening after? I'm pulling over. I'm going to eat my Chick-fil-A. Okay, so that's what's going to happen. We'll pull over, eat our Chick-fil-A, and then once we get home, I'll get her in the house, take her to the restroom, and then depends on what time it is. If I have 15-20 minutes, I'll try and rest. If not, I'm just going to freshen up, get ready, and look, get to work. So off tomorrow, which is nice. I do have to work the weekend, but the weekends aren't bad. 7 to 3, not bad at all. So anyway, guys, I guess I'll end right here. So make sure you like this channel. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you leave any comments in or suggestions. If you know some other like affordable like body washes and stuff. You know, I'm from old school like Avon era. Remember, you know, your parents, your mom used to get all that different little musk and what's some of those old names? Drop a name if you old. Well, you know, you probably are old school if you're watching this channel. But if y'all remember Avon and stuff like that. So those are one of my little simple indulgences. Okay. So I said already, like, subscribe, share out this channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. Take care.